Back from the races yesterday, cleaning up the bike a little bit. Gonna finish a little bit of work here. This one is the clutch master cylinder that I put on the bike. Adeline unit, cheap. It is literally just bolted onto the handlebar. Nothing special right now, no fluid in it. Reservoir is empty. Sonia was asking me at the track yesterday, what is this? It doesn't do anything, it feels broken. Well, I just put it on there. What we're going to do today is put the new brake line on. This one you can see the angle. This is going to mount on the master cylinder. I'll show you why I chose that angle. This is the one that goes to the rear brake caliper. That matches the stock brake line. To do this, I've taken the seat unit off here to get access to run the cable. So we're going to replace this line on the back. Again, the angle roughly matches that. And take the master cylinder off here. Going to take the reservoir off, which is under the body panel, and remove the brake pedal. This will all be gone. We will run a line from the brake caliper up here, up by the shock, back in there, and up around the top shock mount. We'll run the brake line under the body panel, up the side, out the front, through the fork, and back up to get it to the reservoir. That's what we're planning to do. Let's see what obstacles get in the way. Okay, a couple things to do here are the reservoir for the brake system is under the body panel. I don't want to take the body panel off, so the good news is the bolt is right under there. If we can just get a socket on it, then we can remove it, and that will allow the reservoir, it's hard to see down there, to just come out the bottom side down there by the swing arm. Then we'll take the master cylinder off, take the brake pedal off, loosen the bolt for the line here, and then loosen the line. We'll then get that out of the way. Then we can start running the new line from the brake caliper up to the front. Little screw up there is now loose. Try to get a hand in here, and there goes the bolt. You can get the reservoir down here and out, reservoir out. Next, we take the cover off and loosen the master cylinder. Get that loose, and then we'll take the brake pedal off. Then we just need to loosen back here the clamp that holds the line on. I'm going to reuse that clamp for running the other line. And then back here, we will take the banjo off and run the new line. Boop. Everything loose here. Taking the last bolt out, that will slide down. And then we'll take the line off and remove everything. Pretty simple. Keep all of this together, zip tie the spacers. There are spacers down here because you may want to sell this in the future and put it back to stock. Keep it together. With the things removed here, you can see there's a lot more space here. I put this bolt back in because I don't want to lose it, don't want to have to keep track of it later. Just put it back in. That's my approach. But now we don't have a brake pedal and lots more room down here. Okay, and back here I have run the brake line. It's about a 5-foot brake line, so it's long. Tightened it onto the caliper, just tighten the wrench. I put it through the clamp here, tighten the, getting the clamp attached to the swing arm, and then I'm gonna run this up by the shock. And then we'll route it to the front. There's the brake line running up here, up. See it down there past the shock on top, and then it's running through the opening on the frame and under the side panel. I had to pop out the grommet here to get it underneath. Again, it's going underneath that panel, and that'll lead up to the front. On the other side now, cable routing going up to the front, up and through the opening here between the key switch and the front number plate mount. Goes up and over, and it loops back down to bolt in here. I did this largely to take up slack because I bought a specific cable and I'm just making it work. I don't want to cut the cable and put new ends on it. So to make it just a bolt up, I'm putting the extra loop here just because it doesn't matter or interfere with anything there. That's my approach. Gonna put the bolt in, get crush washers put on there, and then we should be ready to bleed the system and try it. Just, whoops, was finishing tightening the banjo bolt here to show how this routes. You can see back in here, just clears the handlebar and fits in the space here. That's why I had that little awkward bend here on the end of the cable, and that's why I used that particular shape there. Almost done at this point. Back in the garage, one finishing step is the spring that protects the line, goes past the shock. I put zip ties on here, so I just need to clip off the zip ties, and that will prevent the spring from vibrating loose and sliding back down the line to the bottom. I want to keep it in position here at the top. Yes, there is a storm going on outside, so I came back in the garage. Anyway, zip tie, that's all I've done to retain this. Last little bit I had to do to finish bleeding the system was, you look at the brake line, this part tended to be the high part, so I just climb on the bike and lean it over so that it's no longer the high spot. Wiggle the lever a little bit to get the air to go back up to the reservoir. And then the final thing is to pull the lever here. Pull the lever, put in your pressure, crack that little bleeder just for a second, and it will spit out the last bit of air, and then we're done. I can't do this one-handed with the photo, but I've already actually done it, and it's finished. The brake lever, which is in the clutch position, now has pressure. All done. Rear brake is accomplished. One more little finishing touch right there. Zip tie, I affixed the line to where the old master cylinder mount used to be, so making use of what's already there. Bike's done. Rear brake is now hand operated by the left side handlebar. The mission for today is accomplished. We got rid of the brake pedal for more ground clearance. Up here, what I didn't get to today is the handlebar. At least everything's bolt on at this point. Brakes work on both sides. I want to get the handlebar changed. I want it a little bit lower. Why? What am I trying to accomplish? What I'm trying to accomplish is my seating position on the bike is with my hand. Right now, my arm is roughly perpendicular to the handlebar. I want it just a little bit lower. So I'm going to change the handlebar. Simple mod. It will also get rid of the crossbar here, so I can mount my lap timer hopefully in a more favorable spot. Or even better, put a GoPro mount up here so that I can have that facing forward. Anyway, I want a flat surface without this in the way so that I can do other things. Anyway, I'm happy that I have a rear brake because there was nothing there before. And I do have the handlebar, I just didn't get it to it. The reason I didn't get to it was now it's raining and I had to retreat inside. But there's the handlebar ready to go for next time.